안녕하세요. Essential Korean K-수입니다. In today's episode, we will start with a short review of the previous episode where we learned to express the first person's want with one additional usage of the form. After that, we'll get to a new lesson on how to tell what other people want to do in Korean and compare it with the way in which what I or we want is expressed in Korean. With that, to the lesson we go. If you recall, the way to express what I or we want is very simple. To the verb stem, add a 고 싶다 form. For example, the last two sentences we practiced were first, for K-pop fans. 노래 가사를 잘 이해하고 싶어요. Which means I want to understand the lyrics of the songs well. And for K-drama fans, it was 자막 없이 한국 드라마를 보고 싶어요. Which means I want to watch Korean dramas without subtitles. One more use of the verb stem plus 고 싶다 form I promised to introduce is that we can actually use the form when asking others what they want. For example, if you want to ask Mike, one of your K-drama club members, if he wants to watch Korean dramas without subtitles, you can use the 고 싶다 form and say, 마이크 씨도 자막 없이 한국 드라마 보고 싶어요? Which would be translated as, do you also want to watch Korean dramas without subtitles, Mike? Imagine yourself asking Mike if he wants to understand Korean dramas without subtitles and repeat after me. I'll lead you with the English before it's Korean in the first round. Mike followed by the adjective particle 도, meaning you too, Mike. 마이크 씨도 without subtitles. 자막 없이 Korean dramas. 한국 드라마 want to watch. 보고 싶어요. 마이크 씨도 자막 없이 한국 드라마 보고 싶어요. 마이크 씨도 자막 없이 한국 드라마 보고 싶어요. Now, you know that the verb stem plus 고 싶다 form is used when expressing what I or we want in a statement and also in a question when asking what the other person to whom you're talking wants. Now, how about when discussing what other people want or asking about what others, not the one you are talking to but a third party, want? We add 고 싶어 하다 to the verb stem. It gets slightly longer from the 고 싶다 form with two more syllables. To make a little more clear, let's expand on that example with Mike. Let's say Mike has a girlfriend named Stella that also loves to watch K-dramas. Originally, we asked Mike about his own hopes, asking, 마이크 씨도 자막 없이 한국 드라마 보고 싶어요? With 더 고 싶다 form. If instead we were asking Mike about Stella's hopes, we would ask, 스텔라 씨도 자막 없이 한국 드라마 보고 싶어 해요? Mike would answer, 당연하죠. 스텔라도 자막 없이 한국 드라마 보고 싶어 해요. With 당연하지요, meaning of course. And the rest of the sentence, meaning Stella also wants to watch K-dramas without subtitles. So, let's compare the two directly. 마이크 씨도 자막 없이 한국 드라마 보고 싶어요? Means, do you also want to watch Korean dramas without subtitles, Mike? Which is in second person. And 스텔라 씨도 자막 없이 한국 드라마 보고 싶어 해요? Means, does Stella also want to watch Korean dramas without subtitles, Mike? which is in third person. Notice that in the English translation as well, we indicate the change between second and third person by switching from do you also with does Stella also. The difference between do you and does Stella hopefully shows an example of how we also in the English language have verbs change based on if you're talking about first, second, or third person. Let's get to practice now. How would we express a third person wanting to eat? We would need 먹, the verb stem of 먹다, to eat, followed by 고 싶어 하다, to get 먹고 싶어 하다. And then change 먹고 싶어 하다 into whichever form and the tense we need. What about expressing a third person's desire to meet? First, we would need 만나, the verb stem of 만나다, to meet, followed by 고 싶어 하다, to get 만나고 싶어 하다. And then change 만나고 싶어 하다 into whichever form and the tense we need. We don't use the raw form 고 싶어 하다 when we actually talk. We need to conjugate it. Just as how we conjugated 싶다 in the verb stem 고 싶다 to 싶어요 to make it into the informal polite style, you can focus on conjugating the 하다 in the 고 싶어 하다 form to make it into the informal polite style. We know the informal polite style of the verb 하다 in the present tense, right? Of course, it's 해요. Thus, the statement Mike wants to watch Korean dramas without subtitles in Korean would be 마이크 씨는 자막 없이 한국 드라마 보고 싶어 해요. Here we have 보, the verb stem of 보다, to watch, followed by 고 싶어 해요, which is the informal polite style in the present tense to mean wants to watch. With that idea, we can take it one step further and express what someone wanted, past tense, or will want, future tense, by marking the tense in 하다, in the 고 싶어 하다 form. For example, if Mike wanted to watch Korean dramas without subtitles, you would mark the past tense in the verb 하다. The past tense of the verb 하다 in the informal polite style is 했어요. Thus, Mike wanted to watch Korean dramas without subtitles would be 마크는 자막 없이 한국 드라마 보고 싶어 했어요. And Mike will want to watch Korean dramas without subtitles would be 마크는 자막 없이 한국 드라마 보고 싶어 할 거예요. Let's get to practicing with a few situational examples. As today's episode is the first episode of the new year, we'll use a situational example very fitting for that. One of our life events that marks and signifies a new beginning, a wedding. Let's pretend you have a colleague, 지혜, who is engaged and is now planning a wedding. She just told you about different ideas the soon-to-be married couple have over the logistics of their wedding. They may be crazy about each other, but that doesn't mean what they have in mind for their wedding will coincide exactly, right? She told you that she wants a small wedding and her fiancé wants a big wedding as he wants to invite a lot of people. She also told you that she wants to go to the Maldives for their honeymoon and her fiancé wants to go to an Alaska cruise. And there was one more thing. She wants to send out the wedding invitation via email while her fiancé wants to send it via postal service. Now, you're having lunch with another colleague at the office who is wondering if 지혜's wedding preparation is going well. How would you explain to the colleague what type of wedding 지혜 the bride and the groom want to have? First, let's talk about the two verbs we need in their dictionary form first. We need the verb for to do, which is 하다, for small wedding 하다, and then the verb for to invite, which is 초대하다. Then you would take the stem of each verb, which would be small wedding 하 and 초대하, respectively. To the terms, we just need to add 고 싶어 해요 to express third parties' wants in the informal polite style in the present tense. Are you following me? Very good. Thus, we have small wedding 하고 싶어 해요 to say that she wants to do a small wedding, and 많이 초대하고 싶어 해요 to say that he wants to invite many. To this backbone, we will add other parts to provide details, such as 지혜 씨는 as for 지혜, 신랑은 as for the groom, 사람들 for people, and 많이 for a lot. Thus, we have 지혜 씨는 small wedding 하고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 사람들 많이 초대하고 싶어 해요. Please repeat after me to say, 지혜 wants to do a small wedding, and the groom wants to invite many people. I'll lead you, of course, with the English before the Korean in the first round. As for 지혜 씨는 wants to do a small wedding. small wedding 하고 싶어 해요. And 그리고 groom 신랑 followed by the topic particle 은 신랑은 people 사람들 a lot 많이 wants to invite 초대하고 싶어 해요. 지혜 씨는 small wedding 하고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 사람들 많이 초대하고 싶어 해요. 지혜 씨는 small wedding 하고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 사람들 많이 초대하고 싶어 해요. Now on to one sentence in one take. 지혜 씨는 small wedding 하고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 사람들 많이 초대하고 싶어 해요. Very good. Let's pause here for a moment for expansion. How about we try combining these two sentences into one using the co-conjunctive, which we learned in episode 37 and episode 38? I'll give you a few moments to think back and say the combined sentence yourself. The sentences are 지혜 씨는 small wedding 하고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 사람들 많이 초대하고 싶어 해요. You are right if your sentence was 지혜 씨는 small wedding 하고 싶어 하고 신랑은 사람들 많이 초대하고 싶어 해요. as 하고 싶어 해요. 그리고 is combined into 하고 싶어 하고. Let's practice saying the sentence. Don't be intimidated by it sounding long. Remember the two parts. 고 싶어 하고 고 싶어 해요. Add it to the verb stem 하, do, and 초대하, invite, respectively. I hope you repeat aloud after me. You may be surprised at how helpful it is to say the entire sentence later as your ears start to get used to what may sound strange and foreign at first. Here it comes. 고 싶어 하고 고 싶어 해요. 고 싶어 하고 고 싶어 해요. 고 싶어 하고 고 싶어 해요. Now repeat after me to say, 지혜 wants to do a small wedding and the groom wants to invite many people in one sentence. I'll lead you with the English for each phrase in the first round. As for 지혜, 지혜 씨는 small wedding wants to do and 하고 싶어 하고. As for the groom, 신랑은 people, 사람들, a lot, 많이, wants to invite, 초대하고 싶어 해요. 지혜 씨는 small wedding 하고 싶어 하고 신랑은 사람들 많이 초대하고 싶어 해요. 지혜 씨는 스몰 웨딩 하고 싶어 하고 신랑은 사람들 많이 초대하고 싶어 해요. 지혜 씨는 스몰 웨딩 하고 싶어 하고 신랑은 사람들 많이 초대하고 싶어 해요. Excellent job. Now, I'd like to make just a small note on the term small wedding. The loan word is currently in style, having become a readily used term after a few well-known 연예인들 or celebrities have recently had small weddings. New terms are coined and become part of the Korean language when the concepts or events or activities they describe are novel and new. If they come from Western culture, then the tendency is that they use the original term and make it part of the Korean language rather than coming up with a translated version. I don't know if big wedding as a term has been used in the same way that small wedding has been adopted. The reason being that Korean weddings have always been big to begin with. So instead of saying big wedding, I went with the phrase 사람들 많이 초대하고 싶어 해요, meaning wants to invite many people. Besides the size of their wedding, there was another component they needed to come to an agreement on. 지혜 wants to go to the Maldives, one of the popular honeymoon destinations for Koreans to bathe under the sun, and the groom is trying to convince 지혜 to consider an Alaskan cruise. You are quite fascinated and amused by all this. How would you tell this to your colleague who asked about 지혜's wedding preparation? Let's start with the phrase for honeymoon in Korean, which is 신혼여행으로, where 신혼여행 means honeymoon, followed by the particle 으로, which qualifies the noun it follows, making 신혼여행으로 mean for honeymoon or as honeymoon. Now, how would you tell 지혜 wants to go to Maldives and the groom wants to go to Alaska? Using the verb to go, 가다, and the form to express 고 싶어 하다. Here they come. I'll lead you with the English for each phrase in the first round. Repeat after me. For honeymoon, 신혼여행으로. As for 지혜, 지혜는 to Maldives. 몰디브에 or without the destination particle 에 and more casually say 몰디브 wants to go. 가고 싶어 해요. and 그리고 as for the groom 신랑은 to Alaska 알래스카에 or just Alaska wants to go 가고 싶어 해요. 신혼여행으로 지혜는 몰디브에 가고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 알래스카에 가고 싶어 해요. 신혼여행으로 지혜는 몰디브에 가고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 알래스카에 가고 싶어 해요. Now one sentence in one take. 신혼여행으로 지혜는 몰디브 가고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 알래스카 가고 싶어 해요. And let's try saying the two sentences in one take. 신혼여행으로 지혜는 몰디브 가고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 알래스카 가고 싶어 해요. Very good. You are doing great. After the size of the wedding and the honeymoon, there was one more aspect they needed to discuss, if you recall. She has always been environmentally conscious and wants to send out their wedding invitation via email. On the other hand, her fiancé tells her their wedding invitation is one thing he wants to be spared from going green. He wants to prepare an elegantly designed paper invitation and send them out in traditional mail. Also knowing this, how would you tell it to your colleague who is curious about Jia's wedding prep? First, we would need the verb to send 보내다, and there's a word specifically for wedding invitation in Korean. 청첩장. 청첩장. So to say 지혜 wants to send the wedding invitation via email, we have 지혜 씨는, where 지혜 is followed by the topic particle 는, 이메일로, where email is followed by the instrumental particle 로, 이메일로, 청첩장, wedding invitation, 보내고 싶어 해요, where 보내, the verb stem of 보내다, to send, is followed by 고 싶어 해요, which is the informal polite style in the present tense of 고 싶어 하다. Then on to what her fiancé wants and say the groom wants to send the wedding invitation via mail. We have 신랑은, where 신랑, the groom, is followed by the topic particle 은, 우편으로, where 우편, postal service, is followed by the instrumental particle 으로, 우편으로, 청첩장, wedding invitation, 보내고 싶어 해요, where 보내, the verb stem of 보내다, to send, is followed by 고 싶어 해요, which is the informal polite style in the present tense of 고 싶어 하다. Please repeat after me. 지혜 씨는 이메일로 청첩장 보내고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 우편으로 청첩장 보내고 싶어 해요. 지혜 씨는 이메일로 청첩장 보내고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 우편으로 청첩장 보내고 싶어 해요. 지혜 씨는 이메일로 청첩장 보내고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 우편으로 청첩장 보내고 싶어 해요. Now one sentence in one take. 지혜 씨는 이메일로 청첩장 보내고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 우편으로 청첩장 보내고 싶어 해요. Let's now do the two sentences together and say, 지혜 wants to send the wedding invitation via email and the groom wants to send it via postal service. 지혜 씨는 이메일로 청첩장 보내고 싶어 해요. 그리고 신랑은 우편으로 청첩장 보내고 싶어 해요. Excellent job again. Now we have one more thing left to do. Combining the two sentences into one using the co-conjunctive. Remember the drill we did? 고 싶어 하고 고 싶어 해요. 고 싶어 하고 고 싶어 해요. You have the familiar there, so this time should be easier than before. Please repeat after me to say, 지혜 wants to send the wedding invitation via email and the groom wants to send it via postal service in one sentence in Korean. 지혜 씨는 이메일로 청첩장 보내고 싶어 하고 신랑은 우편으로 청첩장 보내고 싶어 해요. Yes, we did it. Excellent job, everyone. Making healthy compromises is a very important and integral part of any happy marriage, right? So it's good they have these happy discrepancies to work with and come to an agreement. We are confident they will. With that bright and happy note, I'll end the very first episode of the new year 2023 to return with another episode soon. Wish you a healthy and happy new year, everyone.